man, we are running on E.
Run on E.
So, today, we shall spit some Group E. Not to be confused with C. but it's E. Ladies and gentlemen, it is E as an elephant. And welcome back to our Footy Fetish Army, where the fetish is real and the footy is soccer. I'm joined with a gentleman who likes to coach a lot. He's got a great name. It's you, it's me, it's you, it's you.
It's you.
It's you.
Also known as Ocho.
Ocho.
I just got to share something. Really excited for Champions League. It's 8 days away.
It's correct.
It's 8 days away. Now, we're recording this, for those listening, we're recording this on the 12th.
And we've been squeezing in episodes.
We've been squeezing in episodes. We are running on E.
We're running on E.
This is the last group we're recording. We're running on E for Group E.
We've done, what, 8 episodes?
This is our 8th episode.
4 days?
Yeah. It's been a lot. But, hey, we're here. We're at the last group. Technically, we're not.
No.
Wink, wink. This is only the 5th group.
We get to break them down. Can't wait.
Yeah. But this has been fun. I got to say, you mentioned my coaching. I came straight from coaching to recording this podcast.
Of course
within
you did.
like 10 minutes. Soccer is life. Ball is life.
Ball's life.
I taught all the lids offside today. And it was great. They all picked up on it very quick. I make them repeat things back to me so that they say it and their brain hears them saying it.
It's a good idea.
I said the most important thing about offside is when the ball is touched. That determines everything.
When you can make the run.
When you can make the run. The moment the ball is touched is the moment the offside line is created, whether it's the second to last defender or the ball.
Correct.
And we went through scenarios where, depending on where you were, and I said, raise your hand for offside, raise your hand not offside, and we went through it. It was great. I love when you see the aha moment. So anyway.
My next question was, when are you going to teach him an offside trap? Not yet?
Much later.
Much later.
That's just too complicated.
Yes.
Too complicated.
Yes.
They need to learn offside.
Yes.
Because we learned through balls last week.
Okay.
So once you learn through balls, you start making offside runs because you understand the space behind the defense. So now it's like, okay, you have to time your run so that you can make the correct through ball run.
And again, it's when the ball is touched, you can make that you can make that run.
Exactly.
So
yeah, it was great. We coached them up today, and then we worked on some striking, hitting with the laces, and it was a lot of fun. Kids had a blast.
Put the power on it, baby.
Mm-hmm.
We need to put the power on this episode. How should we do that? There's a guy that we can bring in here.
Is there a guy?
To talk some soccer?
Didn't we just ask him last episode?
I think so.
And he said yes, right?
He said yeah.
Who's our guest today?
Mr. Mike B. for Group E. How are you?
What's up, baby? How y'all doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
Doing fantastic.
That's a New Orleans accent right there.
That's right. That's right. What you know about that?
What you know about that?
That's right.
Actually, that's got like a hint of Metairie to it. So.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
I'm suburbs through and through. I'm not gonna play nobody.
Hey man, 504 area code. That's New Orleans. I don't care, man.
504. Mike is a fantastic and recently a ginormous Atalanta fan.
Mm-hmm.
But he also likes Chelsea. I'm sorry, Mike. So we
Footy's
figured
got
we'd
a
bring him in.
love-hate with Chelsea.
Yeah, it just pissed me off.
Yeah.
But that being said, I can't hate against them right now. They're trending up. I like where they're going. I like the money they spent, but now it's time to put that money where the mouth is.
Better be trending up with that money they spent.
Seriously. Sheesh.
Let me break down who's in this group, and then, Mike, I want you to tell me your prediction for how the group's going to finish, okay?
Okay.
So we have Chelsea, the darlings, the bells of the ball. We have Sevilla, which, if you listen to any of our other episodes, folks, Ocho and I are high on the Sevilla train. We smoking that Leeds, but we also smoking that Sevilla. Then we also have FC Krasnodar, and if you don't know where they're from, don't worry, folks. We'll tell you later. It's coming up. You got to stay tuned to find out where they're from. I know you want to know where they're from. Stop looking on your phones. And then we also have, I believe, I'm going to try, it says Stade Rennes.
I think it's Stade
Rennes.
Rennes. It's French, so you assume they don't pronounce the last syllable.
Rennes. Yeah, Rennes.
Rennes?
Rennes?
We'll get there. Once they start playing, we'll have their name down. But We're just breaking them down, you know.
We're gonna have an episode where we actually break down the pronunciations of everything and every player. We actually meant to do that last Champions League, but we got so caught up with Champions League because we love it so much.
We started
the
though.
packet.
We did have the packet.
had the
We were
packet.
going through it. That's
Yep.
right.
Yep.
With that being said, Mike, give us your top 4 for this group.
Give me Chelsea. Give me Sevilla. Give me Rennes, excuse me, and then Krasnodar. Dar.
I love that. Hey, bro, you sound just like us. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'm pulling these names out.
We're
like
just
a
gonna
bunch
call
of
them
letters hit
Kraz.
the paper.
We're gonna call him Kraz.
Kraz.
Kraz. Crazy
Kraz. I like
Kraz.
it, Kraz.
Caught some Kraz.
Fixtures. Dates for Group E. We got. I'm gonna go. You mind if I go through?
Please do. Please do.
20th of October.
When we're kicking it off.
Kicking it off. Chelsea, Sevilla, boom, coming at you fast. And then we also have Krasnodar and Rennes. We're gonna call them Rennes for those listening.
Rennies.
And then immediately after that, 8 days later, we have Sevilla, Rennes on the 28th of October. Chelsea, FC Krasnodar, and then a couple days later after that, we have November 4th, Sevilla, Krasnodar, Chelsea, Rennes. We get a nice break in between, 3-week break. We go back November 25th, Chelsea, Rennes, Sevilla, Crazy Kraz. That's going to be a fun one. And then we have December 2nd, Chelsea, Sevilla, back at it. The arguably 1 and 2 of the group. Going to be battling it out. Is Chelsea going Chelsea?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Always.
Also on December 2nd, you have Krasnodar and Rennes. Finishing it out on December 8th, we have Sevilla, Rennes, Chelsea, Krasnodar. Man. This is, I got to say this, and I said this every group so far.
Say it.
The frequency of these games is going to produce excitement. It's going to create some incredible, unpredictable results. I'm expecting one of these teams to sneak a tie or a win, steal some points from Chelsea or Sevilla. We just don't know because these games are so tight. Chelsea and Sevilla still have to maintain their place in the domestic league, as well as Krasnodar and Rennes, who, as Mike said at the beginning of the episode, are first place in Ligue 1.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to maintain that position. So, with that being said,
Hello.
let's jump into the first team of Group E.
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Not your ex-girlfriend, but the
Nope.
team in London, Chelsea, and their latest form. Booty, why don't you get us your? Is that your
I do
ex-girlfriend's
love.
name?
I appreciate that shout out to my
Did you have an?
ex-girlfriend.
I was just guessing.
Yes. That was
Oh wow!
badass,
I
yeah.
didn't. I just. I was talking to the guests because I assumed there was a guest out there. with him.
No. In the back of his mind, he's like, I'm so sick of hearing Booty say Chelsea. It's my ex-girlfriend. He knew.
I didn't. To be honest, that was a total guess.
But he was on
Well,
point.
damn, on point.
He's
That
on
worked.
point. He's on point. Oh man, back in those high school days, they had a 4-0 win against Crystal Palace here in the EPL. And then they followed it up in domestic cup in the EPL. They drew Tottenham. That's very interesting. I want to come back to that.
Okay.
1-1. Then back to EPL play. They drew West Brom. Yeeks. 3-3. I just made up a word. And
That was
then
about yikes and yikes.
It's kind of. I was thinking like Velma and Scooby Doo, like Jinkies, but yikes.
We're
There you go.
gonna make that a word.
We're gonna make it a word.
for
Yeeks.
now. Yeeks.
Back to the cup that nobody knows about, the domestic cup. The 6-0 win against Barnsley, not Burnsley. Barnsley. Barnsley. Charles Barnsley. And then we have EPL, a loss, 2-0 to Liverpool. That's a little concerning as well.
Red card in that game.
A red card. Okay. So they were down a
Red
man.
Yeah.
Okay. The Tottenham draw kind of concerns me, and I can't tell if it's because Chelsea needs to get better or if Tottenham is on the up and up.
We're gonna pull it up real quick. Let's do that. Mike, we know you're a Chelsea fan, a new Chelsea fan. Have you had any opportunity to watch these games? There's a lot of soccer going on, so we understand. But have you been able to watch any of these games?
Not much. Seen a couple highlights here and there. Most recently, I saw against Crystal Palace, but I did not get a chance to see that Tottenham game.
What jumps out at you with those highlights?
So many new people.
Really?
So much.
Hey, that's true.
so much going on. New faces, new places.
Damn. And you know what? While we're on this team, I just pulled up the Tottenham-Chelsea game, and you're spot on. I'm looking at this lineup. Emerson, left back. Mendy, goalkeeper. Zuma, center back. Tamari, center back. Azpilicueta, right back. You've got your anchors in the midfield, Jorginho, Kanté. Hudson-Odoi. Mason Mount. Timo Werner. Tammy Abraham.
Timo.
It's really interesting here. Like you said, this is unique. There's a lot of new players. It's a what else did you notice from the highlights? Anyone standing out specifically?
I mean, like we were talking about in the previous episode, I just think it's a lot of communication and a lot of chemistry that's going to have to be built.
True. Very true. Yeah.
It's all these new people. They're just going to have to kind of meld together and kind of figure it out and just get on the same page. I mean, in a little bit I did watch, there's just a little bit of passing where, a player would anticipate where one person was going and the other person wasn't on that same page. And it's little things like that once you clean it up, things run a little smoother.
That is spot on. I can tell you that immediately reminded me of Real Madrid last Champions League when they tried to insert James into the lineup, and you could just tell it was off. Like they didn't know where they were supposed to be. So look for them to either sink miserably or flip it around. It's going to be on Frankie FIFA at this point, so we'll see what happens. Frankie Fiefs.
All eyes on Frank.
So far, Frankie, I know he was changing a lot of his formation, but from what I'm looking at, he is playing a 4-2-3-1, which seems to be the gold standard of formations right now in modern soccer. Everyone loves this 4-2-3-1. What it does is it allows you to attack down the wings with a lot of numbers, but still be conservative through the midfield in the center of the field. Specifically, they're using Azpilicueta down the right side. They're playing possession, short, accurate passes. It's this is like I said, this is the gold standard, and they just added a really great left back in Ben Chilwell, which we will talk about very shortly.
From Leicester City.
Booty, have you had a chance to watch any Chelsea games or seen any highlights, anything jumping out at you about Chelsea?
I did watch the 2-0 loss to Liverpool. Again, there was a red card involved, so you gotta always make sure you think about that. But other than that, they didn't really impress me very much. To be on the good side of things, since we have a good and a bad, we've been doing good and bad hot takes. It's not necessarily a hot take, but the good for me, you went and bought a lot of young guys, and I think the bad for me is because you bought a lot of young guys, I think it's going to take some time.
Yeah. Common theme, absolutely.
Ziyech, Warner, Havertz. These are key players. Key as in scoring. Key as in possession. Key as in holding down that midfield like we were saying in this particular formation. So I think it's going to take some time. But the only thing is that EPL is unforgiving, and you better figure it out very quickly.
Yep.
So
you
that
spent
being
all
said,
that money.
Right. It better start clicking within, I'd say, the next month. And if not, we might see you in Europa next year.
Wouldn't be surprised.
So
let's save that hot take real quick. Let's go through some players to draft from Chelsea. Mike, if you could pick the best player off of Chelsea, who would it be?
I mean, you gotta go Havertz, right? I mean, golden boy. He's gonna be their setup man. You'd think that he's gonna be their main goal scorer and their main person to try and pass the ball and run that offense through.
Touchdown! Sorry, we just scored a touchdown for the Saints. Time the game up, baby.
Who-dats?
I do like that pick though, Kai Havertz. I got a spicy one here. Kanté.
I think he's the most important player on this team.
I think Kanté he's that underrated player offensively,
Very much
defensively, getting steals. Mike, have you heard the joke about Kanté?
I have not.
Did you know that water covers 75% of the earth?
Heard this one.
Did you know Conte covers the rest? When you watch him, his ability to cover ground, it's almost as if he is two players on the field. He's got so much stamina, and he's so quick and agile. It's absolutely insane. I am so shocked he has stayed on Chelsea this long. If I was a Real Madrid or a Barcelona or a Man U, I would have bought him immediately. That's what Conte did.
Immediately after the World Cup.
Yeah,
he
World
popped
Cup.
off in the World Cup.
As soon as Leicester won the EPL, he was bought.
Yeah.
He was the most important player on that team, and everyone looked at Jamie Vardy. Let's have a party.
Party Vardy.
Everybody was looking at Mahrez.
Yep.
Conte. And what happened? Leicester won the EPL. Following year, he goes to Chelsea. Who wins the EPL? Chelsea. Right? After that, who wins the World Cup? France. Who was one of the players that played all 90 minutes? Conte. So I do love your pick with Havertz, but I think on the slick you can get Conte in like the 5th or 6th round. Now I'm giving you my interpretation here because everyone forgets about Conte because he doesn't score goals.
Yep.
It's not a sexy pick.
No,
right.
yeah, thank you. That's what I'm looking for. It's not a sexy pick, but
Yep.
that's my pick. So who you got, Booty?
I would say the other guy that kind of matches the non-sexiness of Conte is Jorginho. So this guy, it's kind of the same role. It's a defensive mid. So it's going to be a guy who facilitates a lot and keeps possession and kind of almost like point guards or quarterbacks the team, right?
Yes.
He's going to be setting up a lot of these chances.
Who's he setting up
He has
to?
the vision
right?
to see it, right?
Yeah.
They both have the vision, and they see these opportunities, and they immediately take advantage of it. That's what makes both these guys great. But it's not going to show up on the scoreboard, so nobody cares.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's just the way that happens.
For fantasy, it will, though.
For fantasy, it will. So
You're right.
And if you think about it, who is he setting up? Man. You got Ziyech. You got Pulisic. You got Havertz.
Yep.
You got Werner. You got Abraham. You got Giroud.
these are the two most important guys on the team to me.
100%.
So
Another sneaky pick. Actually, let's go around the table. Mike, give us another sneaky pick here that we haven't talked about.
Sneaky pick.
Or I mean, like a pick. You know, who's another player that you're going to be drafting?
who's a sneaky
You
guy out
mentioned him
there?
earlier. I think Chilwell.
Chilwell,
Chilwell.
solid. I agree. I like that one.
Yeah.
For me,
I mean, he played great in that Crystal Palace game.
yeah, he did. I think he was man of the match, if I'm looking
He
at
was.
this correct.
He's an EPL guy.
Yes, he was.
Got him from Leicester City this year. I'm gonna toot my own horn. I used to follow him at Leicester City a little bit,
Yeah.
only because a good friend of mine. Shout out to Lindsay. You know who you are. She's a fellow listener.
Oh, cool.
Her parents are actually from England, so she follows a lot of EPL. She's a big Man U fan. But one day she's like, I've been following this guy on Insta because he's super hot.
It's like a Beckham influencer.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah. And I was like, I mean, how hot is he? And I was like, let me see. I was like, let me take a look. And
On
I
a
was
scale
like,
of 1 to 10, what
I
are
was
we
like,
talking?
he's all right. How does he play? And I was like, he plays better than his looks. Like so. Yeah. Shout out to Lindsay and Chilwell. But no, I like that a lot, Mike.
I
Go
got
ahead.
another one.
Go ahead.
Recently added Thiago Silva. Now, I've heard he's got a lot of criticism. He's been making some mistakes, but the
Yep.
man is a world-class center back. I think he just needs time to adapt to the EPL. That's one of my picks. Some more sleeper picks for me. I said him earlier, Giroud. I think Giroud is a player that is he doesn't get a lot of attention because of the World Cup. He didn't score a single goal, but he does his job as a forward, and when you need him to score, you give him that opportunity, he will. Yep. So, with that being said, the last one, I'm going to round it out with the Team USA player, Christian Pulisic. I think he will be
Bully, baby.
ready and primed for this Champions League. And for me, he seems to show up in big games. You know, there are players throughout soccer history that when you put them in a position to shine, like this is a big stage, they either do or they don't. Ronaldinho is a player for me that on the big stage, more often than not, he would. Cristiano Ronaldo, another one. On the big stage, he's going to get you some goals. He's going to make shit happen.
Yeah.
Look for Pulisic to do that as well.
Love that.
Now, hot takes.
Hot takes.
Chelsea Group E.
Ooh.
Booty, start us off.
All right. I'm looking at my crystal ball.
Nice. The ball's back.
The ball's
Crystal
back.
ball's back.
What do I see?
Rub that ball.
I see a lot of disorganization. Just people can't get on the same page here. I see, I see Frankie playing a lot of FIFA, thinking things can work and they don't. Kepa gets his job back. How about that?
Oh, that's a fucking great hot take.
You like that?
Holy shit.
So I had to pull something out of left field.
Damn, that is sick.
I can't say, they're going to advance. I mean, come on. We know they got a chance.
I got one.
That dude has no chance right now.
Hot take. Ben Chilwell, best player on this team.
Best player on the team?
to
I
the
like
group
that.
Stage.
I like Ben. Shout out to Lindsey Booth.
Shout out to Lindsey Booth. We love you. Thank you for listening.
Man U fan that's going to end up
We
being a
should get her-
Chelsea
we
fan
should get
because
her-
of fucking Chilwell. Yes.
Awesome. Mike, hot take. So many. There's
So
so
many.
many.
Hot
A
take.
lot to do.
So you got Werner, you got Giroud, you got Havertz. Tammy Abraham leads the team in goals.
Okay.
Oh,
That's my hot take.
I like that. That's spicy.
There's no pressure on him.
No, there's no pressure.
Yep.
I think he's got to work on his attitude. Mike and I were talking about this before. Mike told me that
Yes.
Is that what his issue is?
he and Jorginho were fighting over a PK, which, Tammy, you got no
Up
place.
Georgie
up 3-0.
finishes those.
They're up
3-0 on
3-0.
Crystal Palace.
And Georgie finishes those.
Georgie finishes those. Tammy, you're new, bro.
Yeah.
You're new to the league. You're new to the team.
Yeah.
Know your place.
Yeah.
Know your place. But I think he turns it around. I think he probably understands. Hey, this Champions League, it's a team sport. I'm gonna give it to Jorginho. I mean, in that game against Crystal Palace, Jorginho scored 2.
8.6.
Yep.
He got 8.6.
Finished both penalties.
So I like these hot takes. Let's move on to our sweethearts of Europa, the current Europa League champions,
Yes, indeed.
Sevilla. Booty, you want to take away the fixtures?
I absolutely do. Love his team.
Yeah.
Love. So
This is a good one.
a 1-1 draw to Barcelona is their most recent game.
Ooh,
Because Barcelona is so awesome right now, too.
That's great, man.
You
said they're so awesome.
They're so freaking awesome. Then a 1-0 win versus Levante, and then we have a 3-1 win versus Cadiz. And to round it out, they did have that Super Cup against Bayern. Thoughts and prayers are with them. They held them 1-1. Honestly, they ended up losing it in extra time 2-1 to Bayern.
Fucking
But
Martinez, of all players.
I'm gonna say this: that's the best I've seen somebody play Bayern in probably about a year.
PSG did all right.
Other than PSG.
PSG Sevilla, I'm going to give them a lot of credit.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're spot on.
Yeah. We forget about PSG because it was the final.
Because if we look at Champions League last year, right?
Yep.
They demolished Tottenham. They demolished Chelsea.
Yep.
They walked through Lyon. Who was before Lyon? I'm trying to remember. It was Chelsea in the round of 16, and then they played someone else. It was a big team. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. But Sevilla's able to.
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
8-2.
Damn, I forgot about that. 8-2. Right, exactly. Tottenham, Chelsea, Barcelona.
Yep.
I mean, shit.
Yeah.
The score to that Barcelona game was almost like a 2-leg aggregate.
And Sevilla walked in and was like, "Don't care about any of that.
Don't care.
Let's play our game.
Let's play our game.
Let's do our thing."
2-1.
They are in this, by the way, folks. In case you didn't know, they are in this competition right now because they won Europa,
And they finished top 4.
and they finished top 4.
Yeah, just overachievers. Overachievers.
Ass
you know?
kissers. Bunch of suck ups.
I gotta give him credit. There's a and I always forget the title of this guy's position, but Monchi.
Okay.
He's responsible for getting the players that we talked about a bunch of episodes ago.
You did.
He brought in the Europa League final. 9 of the 11 starters were brought in that
Oh.
year.
What?
Which is great. You know, it tells you a lot about that club. Looking at their formation, you want to break this down?
I'd be glad to.
Do
4-3-3, straight coming at you, literally coming at you. But they love the possession though. Normally you see the 4-3-3 and you're thinking they're just going to attack and press. They actually like to play possession, and they do it really well. They attack through the middle and the right side very well. They're great at defending set pieces. That is something that's so overlooked. I'm just going to throw that out there. It's hard to defend a set piece, to keep onside, to not fall for the onside trap, to play the onside trap.
Yep.
All of those things are going on in the mind of anybody who's setting up a set piece or defending one. So that's just something to throw out there. They're also great with scoring chances. They love to create the scoring chances, and they're really good with, I didn't put it on here, but they're good with finishing them.
Yeah.
And they do this through balls.
They had a forward on there, and he is on your list. I'm glad you put him on there.
Ocampos?
Luke de Jong.
Luke de Jong. Yep.
Very, very good in the air. Scored 2 headers against Inter in the final.
6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, he's a big man.
Tall.
He's a big man. I'm glad that they were able to keep on him. With that being said, let's get into the players here, because they just added a player here that I really like.
Tell us who it is.
Rakitic from Croatia. Barcelona, let him go. Man, what are you doing?
They were trying to move him for, I feel like 2 years.
It
right?
seems
He was always on the transfer window rumors, and they just, I feel like they never found a suitor for him and just let him go. And that's a mistake.
He went back home. This is where he got his name at Sevilla. Barcelona picked him up from Sevilla, so glad to see him go back to his original club. You know, he's got friends and family there that are gonna just come on, my son. Welcome him with open arms.
Yeah, of course.
I think this is gonna definitely improve his game, just like we saw Suarez. Very excited to see Sevilla with Rakitic. I mean, we see them. They drew Barcelona 1-1.
Yeah.
Very interested to see. I'm actually going to look that up. Booty, if you mind talking about some more players here.
Man, I would not mind that.
I'm going to look up the latest Sevilla-Barcelona.
I can tell you there's a man who's been there for a second, Lucas Ocampos from Argentina. Midfielder. He's played a little attacking mid. I know he can do left or right. I've seen him on both left and right. He can also play forward. Oh.
I don't know why I just shook. I just had shivers.
The utility player. We should have just had the utility. Who's the utility man of the match? You know, who's the utility man of the year? That is a guy that can get it done, and he's also great at finding others. He's one of those guys that we were saying that can find the through ball, that can find the open guy, that can find the space. He can see it happening before it happens. He can see the future. He looks through my crystal ball. So
I'm just remembering they lost their left back
on a loan, right?
Might have been Region.
Yeah,
Where did he go?
yeah.
I forgot where he went. He was instrumental last year.
They had a bunch of guys on loan.
They did.
Remember that?
I don't think he was on loan, but you could be right. He was either on loan or they sold him.
Yep.
Real Madrid. He was on loan from Real Madrid. And I'm pretty sure Real Madrid sold him. Damn, I think Benfica?
Ooh.
I got to look this up.
He's looking it up.
He was a great player. Sergio Region. Let's look it up. Professional player. Premier League. Tottenham.
Oh, what about Tottenham?
That's right. Okay, so he's at Tottenham now.
Hello.
And he's on the Spanish national team. So this says a lot about this player right here.
Another one that makes us feel like an old man, Mike. He's born in 96.
Yeesh.
Mike, what are your thoughts about Sevilla?
Very impressed when they faced Bayern. I mean, as we saw, Bayern's a buzzsaw right now.
I like that.
And the fact that they came in and held their own, played till extra time, and honestly missed a lot of chances. I mean, both sides did, but Sevilla had a lot of missed chances. I mean, got to give it to Bayern for, and Neuer for getting those saves, but they had a lot of opportunities to easily make that a 3-1 or a 2-1 game. They're playing hot right now. Very good team.
Awesome. Love that.
Well said.
Just quickly, I'm going to pull up this Sevilla-Bayern game. This is just love that. Ocampos, man of the match with the goal. Rakitic, Fernando, and Jordan were in the midfield. I forgot this guy's first name, but Navas. I think it's Jesus Navas.
Yeah.
Old Spanish player. I remember in one of the World Cups, he really was trending because he's got these like really bright blue eyes. And all the ladies were like, who is this guy? He's really hot.
Lindsay went at him on Instagram.
There you go. So wait, recently?
No, I'm not serious.
okay.
She just did just now.
Oh.
Sure.
So yeah, this is a strong team. Excuse me, I'm like slurring my S's. Strong team. Look for them to really make some noise here. Let's go through some hot takes for Sevilla.
Let's do it.
I think Chelsea going Chelsea. I'm
I
going to
think so.
take first in the group here.
If I'm not mistaken, if you pull up our group predictions, real quick.
Okay, hold on.
I'm pretty sure I picked Sevilla to win this group.
Group E, Booty, Sevilla, Chelsea, Rennes. Respect.
Chelsea should be thankful that I'm allowing them to move on to the next round. But just saying, I think Sevilla is going to go ahead and they're going to take it to this team.
I think you're right. I think it's a valid hot take. It's still hot because Chelsea have all this firepower, but a hot take nonetheless. Mike, hot take for Sevilla.
I mean, I got just to piggyback on what Booty said. It's where they're playing right now. It's almost not even a hot take.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
Chelsea's kind of. I wouldn't say spiraling, but reeling to try and get some things going. And Sevilla is just chomping at the bit and tanking along. And I could definitely see them taking over that 1 seed for the group.
I dig it. Let's move on. We got 2 teams left. Gentlemen, I kind of want to go over these, my boys from France, Stade de Rennes, and we'll close it out with Krasnodar.
Tell us the form that they're on lately.
Form they're on. Latest game
decent.
was a friendly 2-0 against Lorient. Prior to that was 2-2 against Reims. Before that was a 3-0 loss to Saint Etienne. And then a win, 2-1 versus Monaco. Monaco is a great team to get a result from. As Mike was saying earlier, they are number 1 in Ligue 1. And I gotta give a shout out to this youngster, Edward Camavinga. I'm really excited to watch him on the Champions League stage. Wait, hold on. Just pulling up their form. Win 2-0 Lorient, draw 2-2 Rennes. Saint Etienne, they won 3-0. Rennes beat Monaco 2-1. They're killing it right now. They're killing it. The last 5 games, they've got 5 wins, 1 draw. I mean, they're in a really great place right now. Looking at their play style, it's possession style, short passing, very aggressive. They do like to play the offside trap. Strengths in their play style, finishing their scoring chances, counterattacking, creating chances through individual skill, shooting from long distance and direct free kicks, as well as attacking set pieces and attacking down the wings. They've got a lot of strength in their attack, obviously. Very excited to watch these guys in the Champions League against, I think this is kind of a weak-ish group. This is definitely not a group of death. So really looking for them to take advantage here. Some players to look out for. You got Sergio Guirassy, French midfielder forward. Booty, who are some other ones on this list?
I do like my man Naif Agharid. He's from Morocco. He's a defender. Their defenders, I'm going to say this. If you were just listening to what Hugh said about attacking and counterattacking, they do love to get their defenders involved on the attack.
Nice.
These 2 defenders are in this list for me. Him as well as Damien De Silva, a French defender. These 2 actually are on their list of top goal scorers.
Oh, shit.
So just to throw that in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and looking at this group, like I said, this group is pretty weak. So picking up players like this, you could see a lot of production, especially if the team likes to possess. That means they're going to have the majority of the ball, which means they're going to have a lot of touches.
Exactly.
Looking at some other players, we're going to I got to drop my boy, Edward Camavinga. The man is 17. The man is 17. He's got 1 goal, 1 assist. He just scored his first goal for France. He's appeared in 5 of their last fixtures. He subbed in. Dude is just on form. He's killing it. He's going to be going from anywhere 80 to 100 mil.
He's 17.
Especially after this Champions League.
17.
Look for this guy to really turn it on while he's on the big stage. Mike, just like us, I know you don't watch this team, but be excited for this kid, Edward Camavinga.
Absolutely.
He's wearing the number 10 jersey for a reason. With that being said, let's get into some hot takes for Rennes. Mike, what you got?
I think Europa's not out of the way for them.
That's
I think
true.
they could easily finish third and maybe make a little run, maybe top 4.
Damn, I like that. That's a good one. Good hot take.
All right.
I'm going to say they beat both Chelsea and Sevilla at least once, or draw.
I was gonna say they beat Chelsea.
Good. I like
At
it.
least
It's hot.
Yep.
It's totally possible. Definitely not super hot, but a hot take.
I couldn't bring myself to say that. But,
As a true Chelsea fan,
That's
then
okay.
you shouldn't.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right, with that being said, we've got one more team. We're running on E right now.
You finally get to find out, folks, where FC Krasnodar is from.
Take it away. Take it away.
Russia. Founded in 2008, promoted to Russian Premier League in 2010.
Wow.
If we look at their form, it hasn't been great. It hasn't been good though. It hasn't been good. It hasn't been bad. A loss 2-0 to Dynamo Moscow. In the Champions League qualifier, a 2-1 win against I don't know if it's Polk or P-O-A-K.
P-A-O-K.
We're gonna go Polk. Pook.
Pauk.
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 Pauk. Put an N-E-A over it. Then we have back to the Russian Premier League. They drew 1-1 against PFC Sochi, and then back to the qualifiers. Another 2-1 win against PAOK. Their formation, their style of play. Let's get into that. They like to run the 4-3-3. They are really great at creating chances with through balls. Not a through ball team here. They like to attack down the wings. And with that being said, if we want to touch on a few of these players, Marcus Berg is a guy who's scoring goals for them. He's Swedish. He's a forward. He only plays forward.
Damn.
4
goals, 2 assists.
4 goals, 2 assists. Remy Cabella is another one. A Frenchman.
3 goals, 1 assist.
3 goals, 1 assist. He is a mid. He's a little hybrid. He's a mid. He's a forward. Wherever
Plays
you
it
need
all.
him to be.
Yeah, he plays it all.
He's that utility. And then to close that out, Sergei Petrov. In case you were wondering where he's from, you should know. He's Russian. He's a defender. He's their top defender right now. He is actually on WhoScored.com. He is one of the most aggressive players that they have right now. So I love that stat. I don't know how you measure aggressiveness,
Yeah.
but
Cards,
he's,
tackles. I
he's
don't know.
killing it. However you do. However you do.
I got to mention one more player, Victor Claesson. He's got 2 goals, 2 assists.
Swedish guy.
He's a midfield forward hybrid as well.
Yep.
This team appears to be scoring goals.
Yeah. That's all they know how to do.
I kind of want to jump into my hot take.
Go for it.
They score a goal in every single game in the group stage.
I like that a lot.
Ooh.
I like that a lot. And I'm gonna go ahead and run with. I'm gonna run with.
Oh my goodness, Kamar just made an amazing play.
I'm gonna say all the guys we mentioned just now are gonna score a goal.
Oh,
Berg, Cabela, Petrov,
absolutely. Love that.
all scoring goals.
Love that.
How about you, Mike?
I'm going to go and say that they score 0 goals. I'm going to go opposite.
Oh,
Oh,
damn. I'm gonna say
Hot
over.
take. Hey, hot take.
Hello.
With that being said, we're running on E.
Running on empty. It's time to open up your prayer books to page 69 of the Footy Fetish Gospel. Gospel according to Fetish. With that being said, it's time to give a shout out to somebody that we love. Could be anybody, could be anything. Ocho, go first.
I'm going to go first. We're going to do this quick because this game is ending quickly. So just make it really quick. I'm going to shout out to my Brazilian Nova Açaí team, Johanna Ribeiro, and Felipe Rosado. Love you guys. Appreciate all your hard work. We're gonna kill it. I have so much faith and belief in the project, the Nova Açaí project. We just got to stick to it. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And let's keep going. Let's grind. Booty, who's your shout out?
Felipe's a good man. Taught me how to play FIFA.
The trial by fire.
Shout out to Drew Brees. They keep talking shit. Keep throwing, though, bro.
Keep throwing.
That's all I got to say. How about you, Mike?
Quick shout outs. Let's go.
Shout out Ray Romano.
Oh.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Hell yes.
Love that.
Absolute classic show that doesn't get enough credit.
Absolutely, man. I grew up on that during high school.
Oh, it's so good.
Great show.
It's even better when you're married.
Awesome. Fuck
It's like you can relate, and the wife's like, "Oh, I like the show too." It's like, cool, a show we can both watch.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh my gosh. Know what you mean.
Uh-oh.
It is
Uh-oh.
time to close it
We're
out
gonna
on a
close
good
it out.
note
We're
here.
going to close it out. Just hang with us, people.
Hold on.
Hang
Here's
with
the
us,
play.
people.
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill, baby. Woo!
Touchdown Saints for all of our
Taysom
American
Hill.
friends.
Thank you.
Who dat? Let's go for 2. Let's win this bish.
Oh, let's close it out. Or you want to
Go for two.
y'all want to
Definitely
live
go for
through
two.
this?
Let's live through it on the show here.
Let's live through it. So while we're waiting for the next play here,
We're going to see if we can play overtime.
it's fourth quarter. Let's just bring everybody through what's going on. It's fourth quarter.
For all of our European friends who have no clue what the F we're talking about, you should go YouTube, Saints versus Chargers. After this is absolutely what we're watching here. It's about time Taysom made worth the paycheck.
The score right now is 27-26. 27-26.
We have a chance at
We are
1 point.
kicking the extra point here. Big nuts for Lutz, of course, sinking it is now 27-27.
Hopefully we're about to go to overtime. We're about to find out.
52 seconds in the fourth quarter. I think we close it out. This next 52 seconds is going to be a long time.
I'm going to close it out on this note. Did you know that you can score a point without kicking an extra point in football?
How?
Yes.
Do you know how, Mike? Tell him.
Drop kick.
Drop kick,
Yeah?
or you can also, if it is a 2-point conversion and a defender were to pick up a fumble or something in the end zone, run it out, and then get tackled for a safety, if he runs backwards into his own end zone
Uh-huh.
and gets tackled in the end zone, that is a 1-point safety.
What?
1-point safety.
Wow. Fun
We had this-
fact for the day.
We had this argument at work the other day. 'Cause somebody's like, "Yeah, 2 points is the most you can make." And someone's like, "No. You can make a 1 point."
How the fuck does someone learn that? It's like a discussion like this where somebody pulls it out their ass like, no way, bro.
Literally, like one
Google
dude who made this point was literally like sitting back and he's just like, "Look it up,
That's so confident.
look it up."
Look it up,
He's like,
bro.
"Google it, Google
Look
it,
it up.
Google it." And then we Googled it, and the gentleman who was Googling it used to play defensive tackle for Notre Dame and Tennessee Titans, and he was even like, "Wow."
He's right.
Because I didn't know you could do that. So, to close it out, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for being here. Mike, thank you for being here. Pleasure, my
Thanks for having
friend.
me, man. Loved it.
For everybody out there listening, Mike was very nervous about this, but you did a fantastic
Mike,
job.
you killed it, bro. Killed it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
fantastic, dude. No need to worry about anything. Give us a follow if you haven't. Insta, Twitter for the twatters, Facebook. We're at Footy Fetish Show. Go follow Novasa. You go order some. In the meantime, this has been the Footy Fetish Show, where the fetish is real and the footy is soccer.